Okay. Now, I'm talking to my people. Why are we the last to be prepared? Why are we the most unprepared when for events, things that could go wrong, even natural occurring things like harsh winters, tornadoes, hurricanes, floods. I hear a lot of black people talking about they're staying, they have this hurricane that's coming through, and it is not as bad. I mean, as some, as far as wind velocity, as some have been in the past, but that's not the point. Half of you that are talking about y'all hunkering down are not prepared. Do you have enough water? Do you know how to filtrate your water? Do you have things that will help you filtrate your water if something happens with the sewer system, or do you have a raft, a blow up raft? Do you have a rowboat? Okay. Do you have canned goods? Do you have emergency first aid kit? Do you know how to create a toilet? Do you know how to dispose of that type of stuff properly so that it doesn't spread disease? Um, we tend to have this someone else will save me attitude, and it's probably because of that whole the Christian thing, because we're already conditioned with the oh, some I can go through hell literally, and someone else is going to save me eventually. Or if I just pray, somebody's going to come and save me, instead of taking heed to that, what, faith without works. Yeah, but that's the part of the Bible they don't, I guess they don't harp on. So I guess we have this mentality of someone's going to save us. Now, we didn't always have this mentality. In fact, a lot of people, most of the country was not this way 100 years ago or so, because we were more, farmers, and we were seamstress and mechanics, and we were very self-sufficient, especially in our own communities, because it was just us. You know we had to figure it out. Okay. And So we did not depend on the government, and in this case, FEMA, whomever, and we didn't have that mentality when we were, you know, in a situation where all we had, you know. And so I think a lot of you don't take these particular things seriously. And then when it hits and it floods or it's devastation, you're alive, but you can't get out. You have no means to get out, and now, or you're hungry or whatever, thirsty, and you don't have shit because you just thought, I'm just gonna put a little cardboard or whatever, of 2x4s or whatever, uh, on the windows or whatever. Um, I'll be okay. The storm will pass. Not uh preparing, and and also too, we're why is it that, oh God, it's really frustrating. And I'm not talking about prepper grade or level preparedness. I'm just talking about simple things. And I know, there's everybody has their own various incomes, and people can't, a lot of us can afford a lot of the, high tech prepper stuff. But I mean, you could put twos and fuse together to get you where you need to be. You know that there's hurricane season every year. Why aren't you, preparing as far as getting up on your food and water, which they're now limiting? I heard in Florida, they're rationing out the water, so you only get so much water, and the food, the canned goods are gone pretty much in certain areas. But why didn't you start stocking up on that shit in March and April? and you just cycle some of that stuff out. You just use it, after the hurricane season or whatever, then you just, eat that. And on the off season, while you prepare and buy more shit for the on season, that's how you supposed to do that. Okay. A blow up raft don't cost that much. Okay. You know, how much money do you spend on frivolous things that you really don't need, whether it be going out or tennis shoes or things that you just really aren't necessities that you can really, it's not a need, it's actually a want, to where you can build up your tools. Smoking, I mean, I'm sorry, maybe that's because I'm not a smoker, but shit, some of y'all smoke a pack a day, two, three, 2.5 packs a week. Some states cigarettes are $10 and plus more. That's you know $100 at least a month. You're smoking, where you can put that $100 up to something, to add up to, get your little tools infused, or take that every month and get you something like, okay, I got $100, so now I'm gonna do, get some flashlights, or this particular, whatever, things to make, create fires, or filtration, you know um system, just things that you can get. Now, me personally, I'm not a prepper. And I wouldn't admit it if I was, but I'm definitely not a prepper. I'm not in a I don't own a home, so there's no way for me to be a prepper. But I'm prepared if if the lights go out and the power go out. you know I have an exit strategy. I know how to plant and grow shit. I have my own garden for the last 4 or 5 years. Okay. um you know I mean, at least I got some pretty basic stuff, and that, a lot of y'all don't even have a flashlight, let alone, some other means, stock up on like lighters, or, some other type of way to create fire, to light candles, or, wood, or whatever you got to do, you know. But it's very serious, and it that's it it creates a situation that, when something really does go down, our numbers are going to be devastated. We're good at surviving. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, like black people, we're good at making a way out of no way. Obviously, that's in our bloodline, as far as, trying to figure some shit out, and trying to figure out a meal, and figure out, using our ingenuity to figure shit out. But you can't, something about water and how it moves. What they say? Samuel Jackson, something about the water and how it moves, and you know, the snow, too, depending on where you live at, tornadoes. And no, I don't know. It's call me weird. Like, I think like some of those storm cells are so beautiful. It's like death, but it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I watch a lot of storm chaser videos, and they're like, in Kansas somewhere, you just see this big old massive storm cloud, and then all of a sudden it spawns a tornado. But sometimes it's so beautiful and breathtaking, and then you think about how insignificant you are as a humanoid on this planet, and how you know uh, you have to respect the wind and the water and all the elements, the air, the elements of earth, because you know a drop of water isn't shit, but an ocean, a wave, that's like a wall hitting you. So, but I Like, well, it's crazy. Um, anyway, so what are some things you should have? Flashlights, lighters, a way to filter your water, ways to get some water from a water source. Say if there's a lake around from around, around somewhere or something like that, or river is close to you. You don't have any water. You have to obviously have a way to filtrate that water, purify that water. Whether you do it, whether you buy something that has the elements in it to where you just pour the water over it and it kind of does it itself, or the what you need, to make one create that same process with the natural resources outside to in order to um, have some clean drinking water. Oh, go too deep. I have, like a fire blanket. I have the myself. I have the blanket. I forgot this the silver blanket, the silver little thin sheet thing. I have like a ton of those. Your average, I won't say average first aid kit. You might want to, a little bit more than just band-aids in there, and ointment for, you want something in case, someone's bleeding heavily, maybe an artery is cut, or, a deep cut, we're bleeding profusely, because maybe they got hit with some debris or something. Do you know how to make a splint? Um, you know, um, I don't want to tell a lot of the things that I have, but I'm just saying, okay, we need to be prepared, right? We need to be prepared. Um, and we're not. And then when like Katrina, when the people who were prepared, they come through with their boats and whatnot, passing us up, we crying. And we're saying how that's wrong. And, because everybody isn't like us, though. Everybody isn't us. Okay? People are going to take care of their own. This is why you need to be self sufficient and take care of your own shit. A lot of y'all have children. What are you doing? Why don't you have the things that you need? Basic shit. Okay? Um, so there's no excuse. There's really no excuse, because you can put together twos and fews, but tend to act like, shit ain't gonna fucking happen. Oh, that's whatever, I don't know what we think. I assume that's what you're thinking. I don't trust shit. Okay. And especially, all the other shit that I feel like is going on in the world that we definitely as a collective don't fucking pay attention to. We're too busy arguing over Jesus, hoteps and shit like that, when it's some diabolical shit happening. Motherfuckers is trying to open portals. Motherfuckers is trying to bring, knock us down off the top of the food chain, mass die-offs. There's water tables depleting. There's underground under entire countries like India, and there's areas of water tables in our country that are low. The weather's changing, so food crops are not growing right, and they're not growing healthy. They're not growing at all. So there's a lot of things on top of the raw spelled backwards looming at every corner. If you don't think that, or have at least that feeling that there might be some shit popping off, some thing that we have not experienced ever in our lifetime, use a fool. And if you think that it's not going to happen in your lifetime, you must think that you're about to die, because if you don't, between that and, like, man, things that might hit us, um, you know, um, Apophis, and these other things that, I mean, like I said, You something's fucking wrong with you. If you think that, unless you're just fucking oblivious to it, but if you're not prepared, get prepared. Okay, stop trying to spend your money on bullshit. The economy is not so good. Um, you know, I want to say a lot, but I don't want to say anything. Um, just know that you need to get prepared for. In reality is not just for some natural disaster. There's power. There's been, I know y'all don't, because y'all don't pay attention to this like this, but there's been various power outages that are fucking strange. It's been happening for over summer in different little counties and cities and little areas, and they've been blaming them on bullshit. Motherfuckers out here, believe that shit if you want to. They out here hacking each other. I think it was somewhere in England or something like that, was out for like all the satellites down were down except for the GPS was like down for like an hour or some shit like that. There's shit happening. And black folks, y'all need to stop the bullshit. Stop being so attentive into the bullshit that goes on with these fucking celebrities. All these little distractive ass campaigns and causes, Me Too's, and all this, feminist, this, that, borders, and all that other shit. At the root of all that, there's some shit's going down. And quite frankly, as far as while I'm talking about this whole wall thing, I think I don't know, man. I don't know if I want a wall, because we got demons on this side. So to me, I just feel like you're trying to lock me in with the demons. This demon's over here. There's a lot of stuff going on that black people, I know y'all don't pay attention to. Like the shit in Venezuela. Did you know that Russia got military in Venezuela? And I know you don't understand this, but as far as like superpowers don't like it's let me break it down to you like this. Motherfucker you don't fuck with, you're gonna pay attention to when if that person is too close to your house, driving past, or maybe at the house on the corner. That's too goddamn close. That's where Russia is. Too close. And there's things going on over in the east, in those lands, and there's a lot of movement, military movement. Our military, the Chinese military, Russian military, they're Russian military more or less moving closer to our border in Alaska. You got this shit that's going on in China and Hong Kong. It's a lot of things. If you don't think that something, and I'm not talking about tomorrow, okay, I'm not talking about next year, but with all of these things, these unfortunate events, if you don't think that this shit is the bottom is going to drop within your lifetime, you's a fucking fool. You are a fool. Being out here talking about live your best life, fucking off your money. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got a pot to piss in and want to throw out of half of you. No savings. You could save if you keep your money in your fucking pocket. Stop trying to, live above your means, trying to, buy flashy ass cars that you can't fucking afford. You eat ramen noodles just to pay a $600 car note in insurance so you can look good to other motherfuckers. Trust me, we as a people need to get prepared, because out of every other ethnicity group, we are the most unprepared. And all we do is dance. Oh, let's make a new dance up. Let's make a new dance. Make a new dance. Let's dance. Crack some jokes. Make some memes. Do a new dance. That's all we do. Let's dance. Don't take shit seriously. That's not why we're on the bottom, but definitely among when you're you looking at all the other ethnicities lined up. Majority of us, what the fuck is we doing? Like, yo, damn, you never want to take shit serious. Let's make up a new dance. Let's make some shit go viral. Some dumb fuck shit. Yeah. Live my best life. Yeah. Just laugh and play and let's take it easy, easy going. Yeah. Whatever. Oh, let's just blow in there, just smoke some weed, zone out, you know, drink, or or be over sexualized, hey, whatever coping mechanism, to deal with being in our and being who we are and living in our skin color amongst everybody else, which is already hard. No, we're not. I don't want to um I don't want to be prepared. Ain't nothing gonna happen. And the fire rescue gonna come in. Look, let me tell you something. Hurricane Katrina, the motherfuckers was going to try to say their own motherfucking people. Fire, uh, police officers, they were trying to save their own fucking people. We pay attention to the wrong shit. We care more about celebrity gossip, power, you know, uh, all that shit. And we're not. We are the most distracted out of every racial group on bullshit. What goes viral is bullshit, except for the whole, police brutality thing, because they put that in our face. But there's a lot of other shit that's going on, and of course, there's a lot of white people that be like, oh, this is gaslighting and doing this shit on purpose to kind of, get us all riled up. But the fact still remains that it's true. It's one of those things where, you know, um, you was cool with somebody, whatever. You knew that they was doing somebody wrong. You didn't say anything until that person pissed you off. Now you go on and try to dry snitch to the motherfucker they was talking about. That's how the two sides of white people are. Yeah, one side and one side. Now they just trying to dry snitch. But at the end of the day, both sides or whatever side of the aisle they was on, all the things that they're now trying to dry snitch about what has been happening to us and what people were trying to do under, in the shadows and underneath everything, with policies and whatnot. They trying to dry snitch now. They sat back and let it happen. Didn't nobody fight with that shit. It's just like a motherfucker coming back and trying to tell you some shit that so and so said. Well, bitch, what did you say? Obviously, that person felt comfortable enough to be in the room talking shit about me. It's the same concept. But like I said, out of all the people, we the only motherfuckers that sit up here and not take this shit seriously. It's a lot of shit that's going on. It's a